Hey, what's up guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness, and just got a little training video to show you today. But first, I got a bit of a funny story. I was a total dick today, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So the way this whole thing went down is I was at work doing my thing, jamming on the computer, putting some reports together, and my buddy Z walks in. You guys should know him. He's been in a lot of my videos. He's my workout partner, my good friend, and he's also my boss. And so I'm jamming away on trying to finish in a report or an email or something or other. I'm typing, not really paying attention to him. And he comes in behind me, and I have my kind of like a lunch box or lunch bag, and I throw a bunch of stuff of that in the mornings when I'm getting ready to go to work. And a lot of times I'll take my pre-workout and I'll throw my pre-workout in that, because that way I have it up next to me so I can take my pre-workout before I go down to the gym, you know, like 20 minutes or so that by the time I get to the gym, like I'm peaking. So if you guys have seen me at all on Facebook or maybe Instagram, but probably just Facebook, I talked about getting my hands on this new pre-workout called Psychotic, and it's pretty intense. So if you happen to like the high energy, high stim pre-workouts, that'll do it for you. So anyway. So I'm not paying attention to what Z's doing, and he comes in to gather me up to, you know, head out and go to the gym. You know, if I get tied up, he'll come get me. If he gets tied up, I go get him. You know, whatever. So he comes in behind me, and he fishes around through my lunchbox, sees the pre-workout, and he's like, "Oh, this is unsecured." So he pulls it out, and you know, I quickly gather that he wants to take a hit of the pre-workout, and it's strong shit. And I don't say a word about it. In fact, on the top of the bottle, there's a little sticker that says "Start with half a scoop," and that sticker's there for a reason. So he goes into it, unscrews it, takes a big scoop, which I think wasn't even a level scoop. I think it was like a heaping scoop, and takes the shot straight to the dome, right? And then swishes it down with some water, and it kind of does this, you know, afterward. And I just laughed, didn't say a word, not a word. And therein lies where I was the total asshole, as I was just waiting for this whole thing to unfold. So he sits around with me for a couple of minutes while I finish what I was doing, and then we go off to the gym. So we drive over to the gym, get set up, start walking in, go into the locker room together, and you start changing, and we're shooting the shit. And I don't think 20 minutes has gone by, and we're still in the locker room, and he holds up his hand, and he says, "Dude, look." And his hand is like this. At which point I tell him, I said, "Hey man, like, that shit's half a scoop." He's like, "I think you took like a scoop and a half." He's like, "You asshole." I was like, "Well, you know, here you thought you were getting the better of me, but joke's on you, fucker." And so suffice to say, he had kind of an interesting workout. I feel like maybe the pre-workout got the best of him today, but that was pretty funny for me to kind of sit by and watch this whole thing unfold. Unfortunately, I don't think that he ended up having the best of workouts, because he was a little bit too jittery and may or may not have thrown up in his mouth a time or two. So I don't think that's a knock on the product. I think the product does what it's supposed to do. I just didn't give him the fair warning of only a half of a scoop, which makes me a total asshole, but totally worth it given the circumstances. So Z, I love you, buddy, and sorry not sorry. And anyway, so just a little training video. I'll do a little voiceover for this. Not a whole lot going on, you know, just getting back on the grind, and going to slowly ramp up as we get closer and closer to nationals. So check it out. If you got questions or anything like that, leave them below, and I'll see you on the other side, guys. All right, see you. All right, guys, here we go. This is the video going to kind of start out with me doing some of my working set. I think this is my first working set. I start out attempting to go with a sumo stance, and after I do the first rep, what the issue is, my feet are kind of sliding, and if you can see, I don't have my shoes tied, and so what's kind of going on here is my feet feel like they're rolling to the outside, and I don't really have a good stable position. So I move in for a conventional position on my second rep and continue out the set. For here, what I'm doing is roughly 63%-ish for 8 reps, and I did 5 total sets. And I tried to alternate between sumo and conventional. Then we have Z. Z is working on his stuff. He's working with 335, and he's also doing 8 by 6s. He's doing an additional set. Although I think, like I mentioned earlier, he got kind of overcome by the pre-workout in this workout, and I don't think he ended up finishing his last set or 2. And then I think additionally too, he mentioned he kind of tweaked his pec a little bit, or felt some strain on his pec. So he stopped short of finishing out his working sets today. You can see I yell at him, say something to him about finishing his workout or finishing the lift and pushing his hips through, because it just looked like it to me on the first couple of repetitions that he didn't push his hips all the way through. So then, and then he finishes it out. Then after Z gets done here, we go back to me, and as you can see, I've got my shoes tied now, and I've changed my setup just a little bit, and I go to the sumo. And so what I tried to do with this, these working sets, is I alternated from conventional to sumo to conventional, just for exercise, to try to do the sumo, because I have never done sumo work, and so it's really just trying to round myself out and be a little bit more complete, and just to feel it and see how it feels as I get heavier, and see if this is going to be a viable method of pulling for me. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it, and we'll close this out. Alright guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. Just kind of a quick shot of some deadlift training with Z and I, and not every training session is super exciting or all that amazing. It's all about just kind of laying the foundations for strength. So by and large, particularly if you're a powerlifter and you're looking to achieve strength, it's just a matter of slowly but surely laying bricks. And today was just another bricklaying session, and just trying to get myself some development, some growth, hopefully put on some extra muscle, and get a little bit stronger for nationals, because I'm going to be running up against Brandon Allen, which is like one of my nightmare situations, because he is a hell of a strong dude, and we'll see if I can beat him. I'm not sure that I can. In fact, I'm pretty confident I can't. He's a great dude, so I got absolutely nothing bad to say about him. I met him one time, and he was cool. He was really cool. So he was recently dieted down from like 360, 365-ish down to about 300 pounds. So he's just trying to get to a more healthy state. So I certainly appreciate that. But it's going to be hard competition for nationals this year. I have a feeling I'm fighting for second place here, and depending who else shows up, maybe third. I don't know, but regardless, I can't let that scare me. I can't let that intimidate me. I still have my goals. There's things that I want to achieve, and I'm going to go about it very methodically and just do the work. And so again, that's kind of what today was about, is just doing the work. I know that I promised a video about programming, and I intend to see that through. It's just hard to get everything lined up, screenshots and all that stuff, and make sure that I'm kind of all-encompassing in my description of programming and how I set it up, and I want to make sure that I think it through entirely so I don't leave any gaps. Although, you know, as always, if you have any questions, you can always leave them. So I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be perfect, but I'm still getting that together, my thoughts for that video together. So that'll be forthcoming. Real quick, I want to do a quick shout out to a couple of new folks that have joined. We have Lee Van Cleef joined the channel, so Lee, thanks for jumping in. And we also have Gray Roberts jumped in as well. So Gray, thank you very much for you know, subscribing to the channel and checking out the content and all that stuff. I appreciate the support. I also looked at some of the analytics, and we had a few folks from Great Britain jump in. I think 2 or 3 subscribers from Great Britain, and I even had a subscriber from Taiwan, which I think is kind of wild. You know, so I'm super excited that, you know, I'm doing some stuff and people are seeing it. So thank you very much for taking a few minutes and watching my video or any of my videos. The fact that anyone would take time to kind of listen to me or watch my stuff, I think is really cool. And I'm going to keep producing the content, and, you know, we'll see how many other people jump on, and we'll just make it whatever this is going to be. That's really all I have for now. So if you guys have any questions, as I mentioned before, leave them below. I really do appreciate interacting with you guys out there. So if you have a question, leave me a comment. You know, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like the videos. If you have a suggestion for a different video, or you want to see slightly different content, or, you know, whatever, just throw it out there, and it'll be cool. What else? If you have any friends that are strong and like lifting, that you know and I don't, share the stuff with them and see if you can turn them onto the channel as well. It seems like recently we had a pretty big explosion of subscribers, and I think that's really cool too. So I'd like to see this keep growing, and you know, I certainly love seeing the subscribers number go up, and you know, but really just kind of doing this for fun. You know, I have no expectation of being a Mark Bell or a, you know, whomever top YouTuber or anything like that. This is just kind of you know, just for fun, and really kind of a cathartic release for myself. Yeah. All right, I think that does it. So sorry if this kind of trailed on at the end. I always think of stuff I want to say as I go. I don't really have a script, so I just go off the cuff. Remember, no matter what it is you think you can't do, train despite, guys. And we'll see you in the next one. See ya.